Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand episode of Media Fae. Today, I am once again alone, and today I'll be discussing two things. For the first time in quite a while, we actually have two topics that we're going to talk about in this episode. And those are the Godzilla -1, the second trailer for Godzilla -1, and both trailers for Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, which are both coming out relatively soon. And we will both cover, and I will probably be the ones covering those when they come out. It's pretty much Godzilla Day today. At this point, not really, because only for the podcast, I guess you could call it that. So we're covering both of these. We're going to go in order of the trailers coming out, and that would mean that we're going to cover Godzilla -1 trailer first. And just in general order of release date. So, Godzilla -1, I've covered the Godzilla -1 trailer before in its own dedicated episode, but of course I wanted to do this since I'm the only one being here. So Godzilla -1, what's new with Godzilla -1? They showed a lot of new interesting things in the new trailer. It's mostly, it's not a lot of the same, but it has the same feel as the first trailer. They showed more Godzilla, and the plot is we don't know what the general plot is. We know that it's after World War II. After the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I am guessing it's gonna be 1954, around there. Also, something interesting that happens in the trailer that I don't think gets mentioned. I don't see it mentioned. I'm not really much in discussions for this. I haven't kept out discussions of this movie, but it seemed like Godzilla's already been a thing that has showed up. But one character says it's not Godzilla, which is interesting to say the least. I mean, nothing. It's generally just. It's interesting to see that it says that, because if it does take place in 1954, or then that means that Godzilla showed up before the war. Which, I mean, interesting things. But yeah, there's that. Just looking at here, the premise. Yeah. Sorry for the interruption there, folks. I myself was interrupted, but yeah. Where was I? Okay. Godzilla -1. I mean, not much to say other than aside from the I was talking about the plot right there. So I'm interested to see if Godzilla has already been a thing that has shown up in the world, because that's what it seems like it's saying. I was like, wait, hold on. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, so the director of this movie is the director of Always Sunset on 3rd Street 2, which had Godzilla in it. Huh. It's actually interesting. I didn't know that. He also directed Lupin the First. Which is interesting to see. So yeah, kind of going into the movie. What we saw in the trailer. What I like about this movie is that it's going into much more of like what we see in the trailer. It looks like we're going into much more like American Godzilla territory with this movie. Like we're seeing we're seeing the how do you say this? Like we're seeing Godzilla destroy things and it's very cinematic. Godzilla feels very destructive in this movie. So yeah, I mean, there's scenes in the trailer which really impressed me. There's a scene. Again, if you guys hear anything in the background, you probably do. It's like the audio thing is that there's probably a car somewhere. That's the neighbors or someone in the neighborhood. I can't really control them. But yeah, this shows this show like Godzilla being very destructive, which is something I was sort of missing. I've watched all of the Reiwa era Godzilla media. Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla, a terrible polygon trilogy. I hope I never have to set my eyes on that ever again. I probably do actually. If I want to review all the Reiwa era stuff. God damn it! And Godzilla's taking their point. And now we have Godzilla -1. So this one looks a lot more destructive than Shin Godzilla because I'm guessing everything in the trailer looks like a wasteland, and it showed Godzilla, I guess, doing more and being more active, which I think is the better version of Godzilla. I don't like Godzilla being like a walking statue. There was this one movie, right? It was this one movie where it's like a literal statue that walks around and kills people. Not Monument Mythos, but it's like a kaiju movie. And I don't know, it just didn't really impress me. It impressed me like that, but I don't like it with Godzilla. Godzilla. From the very first thing, he's always been active. He's always, God damn it, people. Take care of car people, jeez. But it's never been how do you call it? Like he's never been like inactive, like going doing any just not doing fighting, being like a statue like he is in Shin Godzilla. So I didn't really like. Sure, in Shin Godzilla he was destructive, but he wasn't like horribly. I don't know. I just didn't feel it. I just didn't feel like. He was really that destructive. That's just me. That is really just me. I don't like Ray. Well, I mean, well, I'm gonna say I don't like. But yeah, I don't like Shin Godzilla. Planet of the Monsters, Sit on the Edge of Battle, and Planet Eater are actual atrocities. They are genuine atrocities, and so is Singular Point. Singular Point wasn't as bad as those, but anything anime Godzilla is awful. Don't watch it. So, but in this one, we actually see, I think, what I like to see Godzilla being active. There's this whole scene with like I don't know actually the like military ships and Godzilla's destroying them all. And there's all these shots of the city being destroyed and Godzilla destroying things, people running away. Like that's kind of what I wanted to see when in Godzilla vs. Kong, with Godzilla killing all those people in that movie, and in this one it shows it's Godzilla being the villain. And Godzilla, I mean, the CGI it's good, but it looks a bit the actual animation looks a bit clunky. But I don't know. I gotta mention it. I love Godzilla's atomic breath in this how it looks in the trailers. Because it's not like just a beam. Like it sends. It's like a bomb going off. Whatever it hits, it's just a bomb going off. Because it creates an explosion and like a shockwave result, and that's really cool. But I kind of like. And that's a lot of things that are in like American movies, and I'm what I kind of fearing. I guess I don't know. Is the fact that maybe this is going to be too I don't know. Maybe too American like, I guess. And it might. I don't know how they're gonna do this. I'm interested to see how Godzilla just like wrecks everything. I want to see scenes where we take a break from Godzilla, obviously, because they gotta show the destruction, and we just see like everything going to shit, pretty much. And I feel like that's gonna look cool. But I don't know. Just really interested to see what this movie ends up. I hope it's good. Come on, Toho, you have not had the best track record with people. Some people love Shin Godzilla is very divisive. The Polygon trilogy is hated. I think Singular Point is also divisive, but I think most more like don't like it. So come on, Toho, please create one good Godzilla movie. It's been almost 20 years since the last good Japanese Godzilla movie. Yes, Final Wars is good. Final Wars, I know people don't like Final Wars because it has like the Matrix thing and the Matrix elements and that whole thing.
and it's just fights and whatever. Final Wars is the bomb. Final Wars is so. It's so bad it's good. I feel. Like, it's just so ridiculous. It's so over the top ridiculous that it's like, oh my god, it's such a good movie. It's something I feel like a lot of kaiju media, a lot of this giant monster media, I think has the mistake of just having giant monsters and having a threat to the. It's something that the MonsterVerse has done really well. Has done really. We're gonna talk about this later, but it's something that the MonsterVerse has done that I'm like, why don't they do this more? That's because, like, in giant monster kaiju media, it's only kaiju. It's never like smaller monsters actually pose a threat. Like, oh, there's many of them. It's never like that. It just never is, and that's really bizarre to me. Like, it's never that. So I mean, of course, and now we're gonna here, Godzilla's the only monster. I'm pretty sure Godzilla's gonna be the only kaiju in Godzilla -1. It's like, I don't expect any others. So no, I'm not gonna keep my hopes up for, like, I don't know, Gengiris, I guess, making his big screen return. I mean, he technically did because it was his corpse and King of the Monsters, but we're not gonna talk about that. I want Gengiris, please. So yeah, I don't know. Just, it looks like -1 looks like it can be the best Godzilla movie to come out in a while. Like, it has the potential to become really, really good. To show Godzilla being destructive, not just how Godzilla is a force of nature. How it can obliterate it. How he can obliterate just cities. This movie is mostly about the. What the fuck was that about Pokemon? It's mostly about the economy. Japan's economic state. Where due to zero, Godzilla appears and plunges the country into a negative state. So I hope that it really. It really just goes ham on everything here. So yeah, but there's always the possibility that it's bad. But it's a simple premise. We have a simple Godzilla with simple stuff, simple premise, simple everything. I don't see how they can mess it up. The only way they can mess it up is, I don't know, if the plot is bad. I guess if it's just like laughably bad. I don't know, or if it's like boring. Not a death sentence. A boring Godzilla movie where Godzilla isn't even a saving grace. That's what happened to Planet Eater. It happened to the entirety of Polygon Trilogy, actually. So they gotta watch it. They gotta watch their backs on this one, because I hope they don't repeat those mistakes. So yeah, there's that. Moving on from Godzilla -1, we have another Godzilla property. Yes, I already mentioned this. Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. The first live-action series in the MonsterVerse, and the second one after Skull Island, which we covered before on the podcast. So, what do I think of both trailers? I am really, really excited for this series, and I think I have my good reasons. So, yeah. Well, let's start. Okay. So both trailers, I'm gonna take both trailers into account. So it's certainly interesting what they're going to do with the show. It's an interesting premise, I think, because it takes place, I think, between Godzilla 2014 and Godzilla King of the Monsters, which not really something that gets explored a lot. I mean, we did see it get explored in the graphic novel, Godzilla Aftershock. God damn it, I'm turning this on. Oh, don't tell me. We see it get explored in the Godzilla Aftershock comic, which I haven't read in a while, but I have it, and it's like Godzilla versus Jinshin Mushi or Muto Prime. So yeah, there's that. So in this series, Kurt Russell's character, which is also played by I think a Monarch, is a former Monarch agent who is gonna help these characters who also have ties to Monarch, or has just one girl who has ties to Monarch because her father disappeared on a Monarch mission. I guess he was also part of Monarch and he disappeared on a Monarch mission. Whatever. And she's gonna be the main character. And Kurt Russell's character, we're gonna have some flashback to the past where he's gonna be played by his son Wyatt Russell, which that's actually pretty cool. And it's time with Monarch in, I don't know, the 60s, the 90s. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be the 90s. It looks to be, I don't know, 20 years. 20 years will do that to a person. That might be like 60s, 70s? I don't think 50s. No, maybe 80s. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry about that. That's the table. I really don't know. Don't have anything about the television. Here we go. Monarch: A Legacy of Monsters. There we go. Okay. Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. 1950s. Okay. So yeah. Reading this, blah blah. Spanning 3 generations. Oh. Oh, okay. So it seems like we're going to have we're gonna have 3 different plot lines. We're gonna have the 150s. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's confusing. It's really confusing. I don't know what's going on here. Oh god, I can't tell. It's really confusing.
What? No. Just okay, looking at this here. So Anna Sawai is playing Kate Randa. Oh. I see what's going on here. Okay. So, I think this is going to be about them in the 50s. One's going to be in the 50s, but then the father of this one isn't Bill. I think Bill might be the grandfather. Just makes sense. He looks a bit old in Legacy of Monsters. Like in Skull Island. So he has a son. Son grows up as the daughter. And the daughter is an adult by the time of how old is this person? How old is Anna Swan? 31. So yeah, she would be in fact very dead. No, Bill would be very dead by the time of the 90s. This character probably be born. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, it seems like Kentaro is going to be Kentaro Randa. Yeah, Kate Randa, and then Bill Randa, which is the grandfather. We're going to see. This character, we're going to see Bill Randa and Kurt Russell's character Lee Shaw, and Maya Russell's character, I guess, too, Lee Shaw. In the 50s, then we're going to see them in. Then we're going to see some, I guess, flashbacks to the time of Skull Island with Bill Randa there, and then of course the one between, and then the one after goes to 2014. Okay, I got into that space now. I see the vision now. I see everything. So, yeah, okay. I get it. Okay, yeah. So what else is new? I'm interested to see like everything, really. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see where it goes in general, because it has a lot of interesting ideas, and it can show a lot. It can definitely show a lot. The timeline's gonna be a bit confusing because they gotta, as established in King of the Monsters, Godzilla hasn't been seen since 2014. Now, of course, or I don't know if they said since San Francisco. I'm not sure, but they might have said like they said 2014. Yeah, no, they said 2014. So I'm not even sure where I'm going with this. Okay. So the time is gonna be really confusing because they might do. I don't think they'll do a city battle. I don't know where this is going. There's no like big antagonistic monster. I think it's mostly about mystery and science fiction and whatever. Trying to find out all those monsters. And I'm actually pretty excited to see the new monsters that are gonna come up. There's some interesting monsters in here. There's a crab monster, or like a crustacean monster, I guess, which I'm going to go check
Wikizilla. If there's any name for that thing, all I'm saying. Oh, it's gonna be a 2-episode premiere? Really? Huh. Let me just go check Wikizilla. The best source for this 2023 2024. Let's see. Blah blah. Yeah, oh no, wait. January 12th, 2024. Yeah. Is that even 10 weeks? I'm not sure. It's 10 episodes long, by the way. It is 10 episodes long. It's called Aftermath. Oh, okay. It is a 2-episode premiere, huh? So the first 2 episodes are coming out November 17th. Is this 9 weeks? I don't think it is. Actually, wait, that's 2 months. Yeah, it might be 9 weeks. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be a 2-episode premiere. Huh, okay. And blah blah blah. Other titles, more long, but it's okay. Named for flying on a crown island. Action. Borrowing Thunder. Alright, yeah. That crab-like monster. I'm not saying. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. But that could be a Bira. This series has the very big chance of including monsters from the older Godzilla mythos, which could be very interesting to see. We've been waiting for more Godzilla monsters, like original Godzilla monsters in the MonsterVerse for a while now. Toho has certainly brought back several. I mean, Singular Point. I'm not even talking about Planet of the Monsters. The novel for Planet of the Monsters. It has a lot of kaiju and it has a lot of those kind of older Godzilla monsters. So yeah. But the actual movies don't have any of that. The only ones that are there are Godzilla, Megagodzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra. That's it. Mothra took like 2 seconds. It's pathetic. Then, like I mentioned earlier, -1 might not have any. And, Godzilla -1 might not have any other monsters in it. And Singular Point had a lot, actually. A lot of ones based on old monsters. A lot of just straight up old monsters. Okay, looking at the monsters. Jesus Christ. Okay. Godzilla. The Jaguar Salunga is based on Gabara. Rodan, Anguirus, Manda, Kumunga. Mothra is in it for some reason. Plant as whatever. Oh yeah, that's the only ones. The only ones here are Godzilla, Jet Jaguar, Salunga. I'm talking about old monsters.
Godzilla, Jaguar, Rodan, Anguirus, Manda, Kumonga, and Mothra. And Megalodon. What the hell? Megalodon? Wait, when did it show up? Megalodon appears briefly as skin parasites. That's Megalodon? Okay, so Megalodon. Huh. And then Kumonga. This thing. Okay, so that's interesting. So yeah, going into that, aside from that, yeah, there's interesting here. So I don't know. It could definitely be older monsters. It could definitely be new monsters. I'm not opposed to new monsters. I'm just saying that old monsters will be cool. And there's that cool. It's not a mole, but it's like this weird alien looking thing that's. And it looks wild. So yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how it all unfolds. So, just that. Damn, okay. Just looking at it, okay, so yeah. It's cool, and I'm hoping it's good, unlike Skull Island, which I didn't like all that much. So yeah. These hang on very fine strings, which I hope hold up. So, where does this lead? So, that's it, I guess. Much to say other than I'm really excited for both of these, and I hope they do well, and I hope they turn out well. So yeah. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So yeah. Again, the plugs. To close off the plugs. Me personally, I'm Mercury S Cheese at Mercury S Cheese on Twitter, and at Mercury SC on YouTube. On Media from Media Faye. If you're listening to this on the D Entertainment channel, YouTube channel, please follow the Media Buffet bonus channel, which is at Media Buffet YT, and the Media Buffet podcast at Media Buffet, not like at, but Media Buffet on Spotify and wherever you get your podcasts. And at media_buffet on Twitter, and at the Entertainment on Twitter as well, and also at the Entertainment on YouTube if you're listening to this on Spotify or anywhere where Media Buffet is found as a podcast, audio podcast. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.